strip or a used piston ring. Remember, do not use any other sharp object to clean the ring. This might damage the piston permanently. Check the piston ring end gap. Excessive piston ring end gap may also cause smoky exhaust. Fit the first piston ring at the bottom of the cylinder block. The standard end gap and the service limit for the first ring are as shown. Similarly, measure it for the second ring. The standard end gap and the service limit for the second ring are as shown. Fitment of the piston rings on the piston is very important. Rings should always be fitted with the embossed mark facing the top side, and also with respect to the exhaust arrow mark that is casted or stamped on the piston top. Fit the bottom oil rail ring 30 degrees clockwise to the arrow mark on the piston. Place the oil expander ring with the butting ends facing downward and the ends facing to the arrow mark on the piston. Then fit the top oil rail ring 30 degrees anti-clockwise to the arrow mark on the piston. Now fit the second ring with ends opposite the arrow mark on the piston. And finally, the first ring facing towards the arrow mark on the piston. Remember, fitting of the second ring upside down may lead to passage or transfer of oil from the bottom of the cylinder to the piston top and can cause smoky exhaust. Now check the cylinder block wear using a bore gauge. For checking cylinder block wear, measure its diameter from front to back and side to side. The diameter should always be measured from the top side and at 3 locations, that is, at 10 millimeters, at 20 millimeters, and at 40 millimeters from the top. The standard diameter and the service limit for the cylinder block are as shown. If the difference between any two measurements is more than 0.1 millimeter, then replace the cylinder block. Check piston skirt diameter using a point type or a flat end type micrometer. The piston diameter should always be checked at 6 millimeters from the bottom of the piston. The standard diameter and the service limit are as shown. If found less than the specifications, replace the piston.